Hey guys, I got a bit of a longer video tonight. Probably, we'll see how long it runs, but kind of got a few things to show you. So what you're looking at in front of you are my three most recently finished custom blades. This one's sold, the customer's paid completely. This one I have the deposit for, just got a little bit left on that. And this one the buyer has sent the payment, so these blades are sold. I'm finding that more and more I'm liking the taking the orders thing. I know a lot of knife makers, actually most knife makers, kind of say or advise not to do that. They say, you know, make a blade and make it how you like, and then sell it. But and I'll still do that. I still have knives, those Woodsmen and things like that, some Tantos that I'm gonna just build and sell just through whatever means. But I really like the idea of you being able to tell me what colors you like, what shape you like, what time blade, if you want something a little longer, handle a little longer, and then I can build it. Right now I'm kind of saying my turnaround time is about 12 weeks, and I'm usually done within 3 or 4, but everyone's been okay with it, and things have been going great, and everyone's received their blades and everything, so it's been good. But I guess first up I'll show you this one. This is a lot like the one I built for Roman Legionnaire, not identical. The dimensions on the handle and the blade are slightly different, but it's essentially the same blade. We got the orange Kydex. This is the .93, the thicker stuff with drilled for the large and small tech lock. And right now all these sheaths are lined with WD-40 coated blue shop towel. So I'm just going to pull the blade out once. I'm not going to put it back in the sheath, because the reason I do that is just so that Kydex will scratch a blade. Doesn't really matter what the steel is. Now when I press the Kydex, I do tape the blade up with about 4 or 5 layers of Scotch tape, so that after I peel the tape off, there is a little bit of a buffer between the Kydex and the blade for its regular use, but there's still the chance that it'll get scratched, and I like to send it to the customer as mint as possible. So anyway, first up we have the Tanto. I think it's about a 4.5 inch, almost 5 inch blade. It's got the exposed tang on the back there. It's got the Hunter Orange, and this is going to look a little dirty because it is a little dirty. The orange picks up dirt really easily, so, and obviously my hands are a little dirty from working today, so I'll clean it up before I ship it, obviously. But the orange with the sort of scalloped or textured G10 stainless pins and lanyard tube. The blue G10 liners, the exposed tang. Got some little cleanup to do. You'll see these are about 99%. Before I ship them, I'll make them perfect. But you can see I really like to pay attention to the details. So you'll see things like the gap between the screws and the edge of the Kydex is consistent all the way around. And then I nicely bevel the edges of the Kydex as well with the rotary tool. I like building my knives and trying to give them that production look, even though they are handmade. I like to try to make all the the holes in the Kydex line up and do a nice arc rather than having one a little bit off. So anyway, this is the orange exposed tang Tanto. So the sheath has got really good retention. You can see it's got just a subtle click, but here's the blade itself. Like I said, that's lined with the shop towel. So you can see this one's gonna look a little gunky. It's just the WD-40, but you can see the grind I put on that. It's that nice high flat grind. Maker's mark on the spine here. Nice symmetrical grind. I was really happy with the way this one turned out. It's got that modified Tanto point. Obviously the Americanized Tanto kind of has that abrupt angle like this one has. This is sort of more of a Japanese inspired Tanto where it's a little softer. Kind of my own take on it, but yeah, it's got that. It's really nice feel in the hand. It's slimmer scale, 3/16 with like I think it's about a .04 G10 liner. But like I said, medium to large hands, fits just beautifully. Nice long blade. And then I think I just have some paper kicking around here. There's just a little sheet of like note paper. You can see just buttery smooth. I actually tried to get that polished edge on on all three of these. I used my leather strap belt with some buffing compound on it and really ran over the edge for quite a while, so it's got a nice sort of mirror edge to it. So that's the first one. Really nice blade. I'm really happy with it. Like I said, it's a nice, really thick Kydex. It's really, it seems like things that have that little bit of weight to them almost feel like they're better quality so it just has a really nice substantial feel. So that's the first package. Next up, I have another Tanto for a customer. This is the OD green Kydex. It's the .08, so it's still nice and thick. The black G10 with the toxic liners, really cool color combination. That toxic really pops, and that OD green really matches. So it's got a simple OD paracord lanyard on it as well. So here's the blade. Basically the same specs as the last one, same sort of pattern on the G10. I always round off the edges as well, so there's no sharp corner on that. So you can get a full hand on it. It's in the sheath. Again, a really nice, really good retention on the sheath. Pull it out. So here's the blade. This one isn't quite as long as the orange one. This is actually my regular Tanto design. Again, it's going to be gunky. It's just got some WD-40 on it. But here's the blade. Again, the same sort of edge. I tried to get that mirror polish on the edge. This one's also really buttery sharp. And again, you can feel that when it's not toothy, you can feel it just almost glide through the paper as opposed to like sort of tear. Sometimes you can make a toothy edge, and it's actually a really good edge to have, that subtle toothy edge. But these ones are nice, nice smooth mirror edges. So again, it's got the toxic liners. Again, we got the exposed tang here, which I think is super functional. If you ever had to use it as a pommel, you're not going to have to bust up the G10. Now, mind you, it is only 3/16 by about, you know, 1 1/4 inches or 1.5 inches or so. But it still gives you something. Say you need to use a rock and then hit the rock. It still gives you something that's hardened steel, as opposed to just using the base of the handle and chipping and maybe cracking your scales. But it's nicely polished all the way around. Maker's mark on the spine again. Feels really nice in the hand. And with the OD green sheath, it's just a really nice package. This was built to the customers. He told me all the colors he wanted, so really nice blade. I'm really happy with that. And lastly, I have my Bushcraft package. I actually sold this one as well before it was even done, and now it's complete, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. Oh, and again, the sheath nicely beveled around all the edges, and I even, when it's apart, again, all my sheaths can be taken apart for cleaning, which is something I don't see many other makers do, but I think it's super functional. I'm really something I'll be doing for a long time with my Kydex. But when it is apart, I also kind of run a knife edge. I was using my paramilitary 2 today to kind of knock off that inside edge on the Kydex too, because when it is apart, that can actually be pretty sharp. So I knock that off as well, give it a bit of a smooth feel on the inside too. So anyway, onto this knife. This is my Bushcraft model. This is my newest model, if you will. I have a template for it here, so I will be able to make the same blade again. I like having a few go-to models of blades that I can make repeatedly. So this is it, 3/16 01. This is the it's kind of like a burgundy, or sort of just a natural canvas micarta with the OD green liner, or sorry, I keep saying OD green, with the coyote brown liners, coyote brown paracord to match. This one has the fire steel to go with it. I made this by just taking some G10 and layering it with the coyote brown to make the little holder. It's got the lanyard hole in it. And this paracord I just made long enough so you can hook it over the end so it won't fall out. It's really it's got a really snug fit in the holder anyway. You can see it's smooth, but it does hold it well. But yeah, that's your fire steel. So it's got a nice little handle on it, and enough length that you can get a good strike on it. So that's it's got the little holder on it. Again, the sheath I'll show you real quick. Everything's beveled nicely, and even around the circles on the Kydex, it's nicely beveled. So really nice sheaths. So that's the fire steel it comes with. Then onto the blade. Again, same. All these have just stainless pins and stainless lanyard holes. This is just a nice slim handle, and then again, it's lined with the paper, so I'm just gonna pull it out the one time, but it's got a nice click to it. Then here's the blade. Again, mind the gunk. I can try to wipe it off for you actually, just because it's just WD-40. So this has got the full flat grind on it, which I think most Bushcraft knives you see with the sort of the Scandi grind with a little bit of a convex edge. But you know, I think this will be a good. I have some full flat ground blades that I've played around with doing some Bushcraft style stuff, and I know full flat grind is a good grind for bushcraft knife, super functional. So it's got my maker's mark on the spine again. This one has a really neat sort of blade shape to it and handle shape. I was talking about it in my last videos, but the geometry of the blade kind of has the handle going upwards and then the blade edge kind of going downwards. So when you hold it, it's naturally putting like sort of the pressure of your hand towards the belly of the blade, so it'll be really nice and comfortable for prolonged use, which is one of the features you want in a bushcraft knife. It's full flat grind, and something you got to be careful of when you do full flat grind. Is that you don't dip into the spine. So actually, if you look closely, I've left about a 64th of an inch of the flat tang just right here until the tip grind starts. But you know, I think that's how you should properly do a full flat grind. So this is the blade. Again, I can show you the edge. All three of these got that sort of mirror edge to them. So they're all super sharp. So yeah, like I said, I use a leather stropping belt and I put buffing compound on it, and I just run the edge over it multiple times for, you know, 10 minutes or so on each side, and it gives you that nice nice hair popping edge. So that's the bushcraft blade, guys. That's sort of the package. These will all be up on my website. I keep playing with my website every day, so I'm changing it and adding pictures and stuff. So all these will be up in the gallery. None of them would be in the for sale area because they are all sold, but I guess I could bring these other ones into the shot. So these are the three. I got them done tonight, so they'll be able to ship next week. And I guess just for a comparison, just to have some fun, I can show you how big they are next to the Zero Tolerance 0560, which is my latest blade purchase. You can see it's about exactly the same size as my bushcraft model. It's a little smaller than my Tanto regular, and it'll be quite a bit smaller than my my sort of extra large Tanto. So anyway, guys, I'm really loving this blade. I've had it out almost since I got it. It's got that ball bearing pivot system instead of just the washers, so it literally just flies open. Gav was showing in his video, or Mike over at Gavco channel, that you can sort of unlock it and then the weight of the blade will just open it up. So love the blade. Nice, really nice craftsmanship on it, so I'm happy I got my hands on one. Probably just spend some time in the bag for now, but we'll see if it becomes a user soon. But anyway, guys, that's sort of the update. I just wanted to show you those blades. They're all sold. They'll all be going out next week. And next on the list is to finish this this Tanto. I got the deposit for this, so I'm going to finish it up. We decided to do an OD green sheath with it, and this is the black and OD layered. So that'll be a sick little sort of EDC. It could almost be a neck knife even by the time it's done. But that's sort of the update for now. I've been out here for a while, so I'm gonna head inside now and relax for a bit before I go to work tomorrow. But yeah. Oh, and the other thing is this this Tanto does come with the large tech lock. You want to add that in there. So all these sheaths are drilled to take a large and a small tech lock in some way, shape, or form. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you like them, and leave some comments. Let me know what you think.